Welcome to the review for the Oceanic Tarot.
I am on a journey. Oh, there's a long way left to go, dancing down the open road.
TheMoontree.org. Intuitive living for a magical life. Now, I really enjoyed the box of this. You go like this, and there's a book. Nice big book. Now the back of the cards look like this. They're very nice and colorful. And I like to embody that mermaid sort of feeling. I feel like maybe I was a mermaid in one life and that Lemuria kind of energy. So that's why I was drawn to purchasing this tarot deck. So the book itself looks like this, and it's actually in color, which is kind of rare. Like, you don't see a lot of books in color. So each card with the little saying. Now, let's pretend we have a client come in, a querent, asking general reading. So I'm going to give the 3 cards sort of spread. I'm going to say, here's your situation, here's your challenge, here's your solution. Let's try that. So what is our querent's situation? Oh, got that. What is our querent's challenge? Oh, we got too many that fell out. I'm going to try that again. Oh, there we go. Now, what is our querent's advice? Okay, now I'm going to show you each card. Now, let's pretend that you know nothing of tarot at all. You don't know the meanings because you have not taken my free tarot course yet on www.themoontree.org. So you know nothing. This is what's nice about these cards, is that each card has a little saying on the bottom, a quick word to give you the embodiment of the card. Now, before I get into our practice reading, the one thing I don't like about this deck is that so here we have the 5 of Cups, or obviously there's 5 of Cups. But if to a newbie that knows nothing of tarot, that means nothing. It's just 5 cups. Like, what? What does that mean, right? And even if you already knew that cups meant emotion and love and stuff to do with the emotional body, you'd still look at this card and be like, okay, I see a dolphin and 5 cups. Okay, what? So that's where this word comes in. And the word here for the 5 of Cups is sadness. Sadness. So that's what I do like about this deck, is that they have a keyword for each card. Because when you look at the 5 of Cups in regular tarot with all the symbology and everything, you will see that it does mean there is some kind of sadness going on in the heart. So good about the word, but it's needed, because if all you saw was this without a word, you'd be like, huh? What does that mean? Okay, so back to the client's reading. Client comes in, wants a general reading. So there's some sadness involved with something of the heart. Okay, what's her challenge? What's the challenge having to do with? Another 5. And we all know as tarot readers is that the 5 is usually a challenging number. It's the middle of the movie when all the chaos happens, right? If you think of 1 to 10, 1 being the beginning, 10 being the end, 5 is right in the middle. There's a lot of chaos happening with the 5. So here we get another 5 as a challenge. And here we get the 5 of Wands. And again, if you don't know anything about tarot and you don't know any of the previous symbology, like from the Rider-Waite deck, for example, you would look at this without a keyword and be like, hey, it's a bunch of wands and a seahorse. Like that, right? But then you read the keyword, competition. So thank God for this deck that there is the key word. And this, okay, let's go back to the reading now. So the situation was something with love and a sadness involving the heart with that Five of Cups. And now we have the Five of Wands, and that means there's some kind of competition. So maybe the querent is feeling there's too much competition in her relationship, or maybe there's another person entering in the relationship that's causing her to feel jealous, and or there's that feeling of competition, like having to compete for your boyfriend or compete or something in some kind of competitive way. That's the challenge. Now, let's look at the solution. We get the Chariot. Now, without reading the keyword, we know Chariot is, victory and movement and having that self-confidence, right? But if you don't know anything about tarot, you're like, you just see this dude on a chariot with two seahorses and you're like, what? So that's when you look at the keyword. Oh, movement. Movement. Yes, movement. So, this is her solution, is to have some movement in the, move forward, not be so competitive. You got to move away from your sadness, and, you can work with the reading like that. So, what's my review of this deck? Well, I'm a little bit mixed about this deck. I feel like it's more of a companion deck for, I feel it's important to learn the original symbology of tarot and learn all the meanings. And that's why I offer that free tarot course on my site, www.themoontree.org. And right at the top there in the links, you can see free tarot course where you can learn all the meanings of the card in a simple, down-to-earth fashion, because that's how I talk, that's how I speak, and that's how I teach. And so learn that first, and then you can use these kind of decks like the Oceanic Tarot as a companion deck, But all in all, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like I like the feeling of mermaids and I like the ocean, but that's just me. That's very subjective, right? Not everybody likes ocean-y, mermaidy, dolphin-y kind of stuff, but I do. So that's why I bought this deck in the first place, because I was very attracted to that whole feeling of the ocean, okay? Now, lots of these cards are really pretty. Like, they've got always like a little dolphin in the back or anything like that. But I feel like these cards are missing a lot of the original symbolism of the tarot. And if they did not have the keyword there, you would not know what these cards meant at all. Like, it would be nothing. It would be just like pieces of paper that mean nothing. So having the keyword is necessary. And I do like the keywords that she chose. I forgot to tell you the name of the person that made it. It's Jane Wallace. So forgive me for that, but Jane Wallace made these cards, and I enjoy all the work that she put into making one keyword for each card. Choosing the best keyword. She did a good job of that, and I appreciate that part of the deck, having those keywords. But to be honest, I never use this deck in my normal day-to-day readings for my clients. Just because I enjoy I'm an advanced tarot reader, so I enjoy having the symbology. However, this deck would be really good for a beginner because of those keywords. It would help them it's a really good companion deck. So let's say they had the Rider-Waite, so they look at the Fool on the Rider-Waite, and then they look at the Fool on the Oceanic Tarot and compare and see that keyword. That's going to really help with the learning. So this could be a very good learning deck. Okay. But overall, I give it about a 7 out of 10. The cards to me are a little bit slippery. They're using that slippery kind of stock paper. Glossy, slippery. So, like when I was shuffling before doing that practice reading, or that, I had 3 or 4 cards just fly out, and that was kind of annoying. Now, I do really enjoy the book that comes with Oceanic Tarot. Like, here's an example. Let's just, what should I know for tomorrow? What's the energy I should embody for tomorrow? Oh, there we go. we've got reward. We've got the Four of Wands, and then we've got the keyword that says reward. So I look up the Four of Wands, okay? And the book is very good. Like it's easy to see, it's colorful. You know, I can pick out the Four of Wands quite quickly. There it is. So here's the Four of Wands. Now let's see what it says here. You know, when you've achieved a goal, such as finding a new home, completing a project, passing a test, you know, it's time for rewards. So yay, tomorrow I get some rewards, right? Socializing, love, trips, holidays, that kind of stuff brings you leisure, fun, and freedom. It's also a good time to get back in touch with your inner child and enjoy life. You know, an additional meaning is reflecting on happy memories. Okay, and then it shows you an advice. It gives you a little bit of advice. Be carefree while you can and replenish your mind, body, and soul because you deserve it. And then she also offers additional keywords here. See, additional ones. So not only did she say Four of Wands was reward, additional keywords could be balance, love, contentment, freedom, openness, travel, and a new home. So, like I said before, this is a good companion deck, but I still feel it's important to learn from the other decks that show the original imagery, the original symbolism of the tarot to really get a good grasp. But this would definitely be a good learning deck, we'll say, and start getting into the tarot itself. So again, that's Oceanic Tarot by Jane Wallace. And the box is very well done, as we can see here. Color photos. And, you know, although the imagery is a little bit cartoonish in a way, all in all, yeah, I would still say it's about a 7 out of 10 in my mind. But you know what? Everything's subjective, isn't it? Tarot is subjective too. But if you really like ocean like me, you might enjoy this deck. And if you're sort of a beginner to intermediate level tarot reader, this could be a good deck for you too, to start learning the keywords for each card. So I hope you enjoyed that. Visit me at www.themoontree.org, helping you navigate life's energies. Bye for now.